Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd film a quick video for you guys. It's a pretty lazy day around here. Haven't really done my hair. I'm just feeling a little bit cozy and I thought filming a video sounded like fun. The girls are actually spending the night at my grandma's, so I have a little bit of alone time and it's super smoky outside because of the fires, so I can't really do anything today. So if the lighting is a little bit weird, it's because it is so dark outside from the smoke. So I tried to kind of light this video okay, so hopefully it's good. But today I wanted to film a video that I was actually really excited to film. I don't think I've ever seen somebody film a video like this. Maybe they have, I don't know. But I wanted to make a video asking you guys your opinions on whether or not I should read some books that I think I changed my mind about. Because let's be honest, we've all bought books in our lives where we're super excited to read them when we buy them, and we're like, oh my gosh, I would love this. And you buy the book, you're super excited to read it, but for some reason you don't pick it up right away. And then as time goes on, you kind of start to feel differently about the book. Maybe you've heard some things about the book that you're like, like, would I like that book? I don't know. And I feel like some of these books I really wanted to read at first, but I feel like my mind has changed slightly and I need your guys' opinions. Should I read these or should I not read these? I don't know. So you guys need to help me out. So the first book that I am kind of questioning is from a series that I read like 2 years ago, I think, maybe. And the first book I read and I gave it 3 stars. Now, I don't know if this ever happens to you where you read a book, you give it 3 stars, you're kind of like so-so on the book, but as time goes on, you start to feel like stronger about your dislike of the book. Like, I know when I got done reading the book, I didn't hate it. But as time has gone by, I feel like I hate it more than I actually did. And so I think that's why I haven't started the second book yet. The book is Thunderhead. So as you guys know, I had a few issues with Scythe. There was a lot of logical problems that I had with Scythe. There were certain things about the book where I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that this way? It doesn't make sense. Like, why wouldn't you just do this? Like, it makes complete logical sense. Or like, just certain things that Neal Shusterman does sometimes, like he'll create certain aspects to his world where I'm like, why wouldn't you just keep it the way that it is? Why would you change it? Why would you do it that way? Like, you didn't explain why. I feel like sometimes with Neal Shusterman's writing, I feel like he'll try to create these things in his world that just don't logically make sense. And I felt that a lot with Scythe for some reason. Like, I just wanted to be like, why? Now, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can go read my review of Scythe on Goodreads. I have it, I think, more in detail there. But I'm worried that those problems aren't going to get fixed in Thunderhead. I kind of think that they might, especially based on what the title of this book is and the title of The Toll is. So I'm just kind of like, is it really worth it? Because I know Thunderhead is really long, I know The Toll is really long, and I'm just kind of like debating. Like, me and Neal Shusterman don't have the best luck with each other. I tried reading Dry, I didn't really like that book either, and I'm just unsure, you guys. Should I read this? I know it's a super loved series by so many people. Like, this is a very popular series, so I feel like I'm definitely in the minority. So let me know what you guys think, and if you guys want to go read my review, you can. There's just definitely issues that I had with it, and I just don't know what to do. So the second book is Leanne Moriarty's Big Little Lies. So I bought this book at Goodwill and I really wanted to read this because I heard amazing things about it. I watched somebody on YouTube that said that this is one of their favorite books of all time, and I know that this book is good. Like, objectively, it's a good book, right? Like, there's a lot of cool twists and it's just really interesting and it's really fun. But the thing is it's made into a movie. So in my mind, I'm like, well, why not just watch the movie? You know what I mean? I have so many books that I want to read, so many books that sound super good to me, and sometimes I feel like when a book gets made into a movie, I could just watch the movie. But I don't know, is this book worth it, you guys? Do you think that I should just read the book, or should I just watch the movie? Is it worth reading the book, or do you think the movie or the show is better, or just as good? I don't know, because this book is pretty long, I feel like, and so I'm kind of debating on whether or not it's worth it, especially because there's so many books on my list that I want to read. Is this one really worth it? What do you guys think? So the next book is a book that I picked up, and there's a part of me that really wants to read this, and then there's a part of me that is second-guessing myself, and I don't know what to do because this is one of those book series that definitely is going to take me time. And it is The Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkins. So I got this book at Goodwill, and I was really excited to read this because I heard the romance is extremely like a main part of this book, and it's a really good romance. You guys know how I feel about that. I love myself a good romance, especially when it's like the main plot line and if it's mixed with fantasy. I love fantasy and romance together. It's like my two favorite like genres together. And so I heard that this is a really, really strong and like main part of the plot. And so that's one of the main reasons why I want to read it. But part of the reason why I'm kind of like debating on it and wondering if I should, you know, invest my time is because I heard the second book is actually really, 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 really boring and really slow. Like I've heard the second book is just so boring and I'm just like, do I want to invest in this book series if the second book sucks? So if you guys have read this series, let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking about maybe reading this one and then listening to the second book on audio. I don't really know. Do you guys think the second book is bad? Do you think it's really slow? What are you guys' thoughts on this? Do you guys think the romance is actually really good? Do you guys think the romance is like worth it for somebody that absolutely loves romance? Let me know what you guys think based on my preferences, if you guys think it would be worth it for me to read this series. I think it sounds really good, but I don't know. Help me out, guys. So this next book is definitely one that is going to be argued in the comments, I think, because it's a very, very, very well-known book. A lot of people have read this, and I feel like this is one of those books where you're either split down the middle, like you either love it or you hate it. And I know so many people who love this book, but I also have heard people say it is so slow and it is so boring. Now, if you guys know me, you guys know I don't like slow books. I'm not a fan of slow books. I can read them and I can enjoy them, but usually I have an issue with slow books. Like I read Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares, and I really did like those books, but Muse of Nightmares got pretty drawn out and slow by the end, and it's really hard for me to kind of hold my attention if a book is too slow. So with all of that said, the book I'm debating on is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. So I love circus. I think circus is so beautiful and I think that it can be described so amazingly in books. Like I've read books about circus and I just absolutely love how circus can be described in books. I just think it's so amazing. I've loved the idea of circus ever since I was a kid, like, you know, Cirque du Soleil and all that kind of stuff. And so circus has always really intrigued me. And not only that, but this is a major romance. So you would think I would be like jumping on this book like crazy, right? But the only thing that concerns me is this slowness. Let me know, you guys, if this book is as slow as people say that it is, and if you think that I won't like it because of the slowness. I've heard the atmosphere is really beautiful and the descriptions are really beautiful, but it's slow. So let me know if the romance is worth it, if you guys think I will like it and the romance will kind of balance out the slowness, because if the romance is really good, I don't necessarily mind slowness, but the romance just has to be really good. I've also heard that the romance doesn't really end well, and so that concerns me too. So let me know if you guys think I should read this based on my concerns, based on my worries. Do you guys think I will like this? Do you not? Like I said, love romance, so if this is very, very heavy in that and it like can balance out that slowness quality, then I may actually like it. So let me know. I don't know what to do. I need help. Okay, so this next book is kind of more, I need some insight on this whole series and this whole world in general because I don't really know much about this, but the main reason I've kept this book on my shelf for as long as I have is because it's my favorite book cover of all time. I absolutely adore this book cover, and I think I will just leave it on my shelves even if it goes unread for the rest of my life. I might just keep it on my shelves because I love the book cover that much. It's my favorite book cover. But I don't know very much about this whole series, I guess you should say. I don't know if you consider this a series. But it is The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. So as you can tell, this book cover is stunning. Like this girl's face, this daisy, and it's like gold and glittery, and you open it up and there's like a daisy inside. I just love this book. The spine has the daisy on it. I love this book cover so much. So that's part of the reason why I bought it, and I was like, oh, that sounds really good. But the thing is I didn't realize it was part of the Practical Magic, like, series. Is that what you would call it? Series, world, whatever. I have never read Practical Magic. I think that there's a movie, never seen the movie. I don't know anything about Practical Magic. Do I have to know anything about Practical Magic to read this? If you guys have read this and Practical Magic, do I need to know anything about Practical Magic? Or can I just go into this completely blind and will I enjoy this? Let me know because I do want to read it. I think it sounds good, but I just don't know if I need some like knowledge on the whole world to enjoy this book. So this next book was something that I picked up, I think, 2 years ago. You guys might remember me buying this book, and when I bought this book I was so excited to read it. I was like, really dying to read it. It was going to be like the next book that I picked up, but for some reason I just kept pushing it to the side and never getting around to it, even though I was really excited to read it. It was one of those types of books. And now I'm just like not as interested as I was when I bought it. And that is Crazy for the Storm by Norman Ollisted. And this is a kind of memoir of him getting in a plane crash, I think, and being lost in the wilderness when he was like 8 years old. And that sounds really good, I think, but I've heard some mixed reviews on this. So I know that some of my subscribers have read this. Like after I hauled it, I saw a couple people go ahead and read it. What did you guys think of it? Was it good? Do you guys think I should read it? I think it sounds really good, but I also heard that it doesn't really focus a lot on him being lost in the woods. It focuses more on like his relationship with his dad and stuff, and I really don't care about all that kind of thing. I would rather see him kind of surviving in the forest. So if you have read this, let me know what you thought of it. If you have no idea, which I'm sure not very many of you guys have read this book, if you guys think I should, just based on the synopsis alone. Should I read this or should I move on? So the next book is a book that I feel like a lot of you guys have probably read, and I am really debating on this one. This one I'm probably going to unhaul, to be honest with you, but if you guys can talk me into it, if you guys think I would like it, let me know, but I'm extremely close. This is probably the one I'm most likely going to get rid of. It is All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. So this book, I've heard amazing things about. Like if you read this book, it is one of those books that just like hit you hard and you will never forget it. It's one of those types of books. Like we've all read those books, but it's about getting through it that concerns me, because I've also heard that this book is extremely slow. The pacing is very slow. It's very like character driven, which there's nothing wrong with character driven. I love character driven books, but I just don't know if my attention span will be able to handle this one. Let me know if any of you guys read this book and didn't like it. Let me know if any of you guys read this book and DNF'd it, because I feel like if enough people have and enough people say like, yeah, it's pretty slow, I don't know if you're gonna like it, then I might get rid of it. I also don't love historical fiction all the time. I do like it occasionally, but it's definitely not my favorite genre out there. So let me know if anybody read this and they felt like it was just too slow and they couldn't handle it, or if you guys feel like I should at least give it a try. Maybe I'll do that. So let me know, you guys. So this is another one that's been sitting on my shelf for a very long time, and this is another one that I'm probably going to get rid of too, unless all of you guys say otherwise. I have a feeling I'm going to get rid of this one. The thing that you have to know about me though is I love memoirs. I've always loved memoirs. I always love getting a peek inside people's lives. Even if I don't even know who they are really, I still love like a peek inside people's lives. I find it fascinating. And so that's why I picked this up, because I know this is like a very popular memoir, and so I thought I would like it. I just had never picked it up. But it is Running with Scissors by Augustin Burroughs. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably read this, and I know a lot of people like this. Do you think I would like this? I literally do not know very much about this book at all. I just know that it's a very popular memoir or biography or whatever you consider this. I'm not actually sure. Oh, a memoir. It says it right there. Would I like this? For those of you who have read this, did you guys find it interesting? Did you guys find it to be fascinating? Was it a cool and unique look into someone's life? I love when a memoir has a very unique goal, right? Like the person went through something really unique that you just don't hear about often, or something really fascinating that they went through. I love a memoir that has a really unique story. Does this man have a really unique story? Is there something unique specifically about his story? Do you guys think I would like this? Let me know, because I'm really close to unhauling it because it's been sitting on my shelf for so long and I have not picked it up yet. So should I keep these? Should I not keep them? Based on my, concerns and my likes and dislikes, do you think I should give these books a try, or do you think I should move on from them? So anyways, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys can help me out, and thank you so much for watching. I will be doing another wrap up soon. Let me know if there's any other book videos that you guys want to see from me, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video.